Y'all talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen this duck?
I'm gonna decline your offer with a way better proposition for you.
When NLE Choppa and Blueface linked up in 2019, nobody saw the fallout coming. What started as a hit collaboration turned into one of hip-hop's nastiest beefs. Diss tracks dropped, fight challenges flew, but when Choppa brought up Blueface's 2-year-old son, everything changed. What he said next crossed every line. NLE Choppa and Blueface, from day ones to ops. When two rappers who used to be locked in go from brothers to straight up enemies, the fallout hit different for real. NLE Choppa and Blueface went from cooking up bangers together to beefing all over the timeline for the wrong reasons. Their smoke has reached a whole new level that nobody saw coming. What started as low-key chatter about a boxing fade turned into one of the most personal beefs hip-hop has witnessed in a minute. The phrase "new fight footage" going viral has captured widespread attention, fueling speculation about whether these two would actually get it popping in real life. The story kicks off back in 2019 when both rappers were coming up in the game heavy. NLE Choppa had just dropped Shotta Flow, a track that was running up numbers crazy on the internet. The Memphis spitter needed somebody to help push the joint even further into the stratosphere. Enter Blueface, the Los Angeles rapper known for his offbeat flow and the viral smash Thotiana. Blueface featured on the remix of NLE Choppa's Shotta Flow, which helped boost both their profiles. At the time, it looked like the beginning of a solid alliance. Two young cats from different coasts linking up to make major noise in the industry. But Blueface peeped the relationship as way more than just a feature swap. He felt like he was putting the younger rapper on in a big way. Blueface has repeatedly claimed he played a mentorship role, introducing NLE Choppa to industry connections and treating him like a little bro. In his mind, he opened doors that Choppa could never have opened solo. He put him in rooms with the right people. He helped build his whole wave. This would become a major point of conflict years later when Blueface felt that Choppa forgot who put him on. The LA rapper went even further in breaking down their past bond.
So, for example, NLE Choppa, I helped this man. I got him all his little shit on. He used to video chat me with girls like, look, I know Blueface. I used to be like, yeah, that's the bro, you know?
This was the type of friendship Blueface believed they had built. The kind where a younger artist looks up to you and flexes about knowing you. The kind where you expect loyalty to be returned for everything you gave to the relationship. This dynamic shifted over time, with Blueface feeling betrayed as NLE Choppa distanced himself amid Blueface's mounting controversies. As Blueface went through legal drama, relationship issues with Krishan Rock, and public scandals getting exposed, Choppa started moving different. He stopped showing the same love. He stopped being the little bro who used to tap in and show respect. And when Blueface caught wind of this switch up, it planted seeds of resentment that would grow into something real ugly. The first real signs of friction came around 2023 and 2024. Rumors of a celebrity boxing match surface. Blueface accuses NLE Choppa of backing out after initial interest, claiming he created fake flyers and websites without proper negotiations. According to Blueface, Choppa was all cap. He promoted a fade that was never going to go down. He used the attention to boost his own profile without any real intention of stepping in the ring and handling business. NLE Choppa had a different take on the situation. NLE Choppa explains he withdrew because terms weren't agreed upon, calling it a publicity stunt. He said nobody ever sat down and worked out the real details. There was no contract signed. There was no agreed upon bag. It was all smoke and mirrors designed to generate clout. Why would he sign up for something that was never legitimate in the first place? But the damage was already done at that point. This sows seeds of distrust, with Blueface viewing it as NLE Choppa dodging a real confrontation. To Blueface, it was simple math. Choppa was shook. He talked tough in his bars and all over social media, but when it came time to back it up, he dipped. This narrative would follow Choppa for years and become a central part of Blueface's attacks against him moving forward. Then came the comments that really pushed things over the edge into no man's land. As Blueface dealt with his personal life getting dragged through the media circus, NLE Choppa decided to insert himself into the conversation. He commented on Blueface's relationships and rumors about his personal life.
Because he put the phone up there and he got some brawls because he knew you and now you feeling some type of way.
Nah, reason I felt the type of way when he went online and started, defending whoever I was dealing with at the time.
Right.
You know, it's like, why would you do that? Oh, you just trying to jump on a trend, get a little buzz going. You don't gotta do that, gang.
Right.
This was the snake move Blueface could not let slide. Somebody he helped come up, somebody who used to look up to him, was now publicly taking shots at him during his lowest moments. It went against everything Blueface believed about keeping it solid with your people.
So
Did you see my interview with T-Pain? T-Pain say, when they tell you nobody's your brother, they're only their brother as long as they can use you. When you hot, you can do them a solid, they're your brother.
Yeah.
When you cannot, they not your brother.
yeah, we falling out then. That's how I am.
The situation got even messier when NLE Choppa started making comments about Blueface's situation with Chrisean Rock. In Blueface's eyes, this was completely out of pocket.
Yeah.
He interjected himself when he
He just
shouldn't
picked
have.
a side. You know? Pick the side. Type. You can't never choose the female. Now that's weird. You know what I mean? Imagine you and your girl getting into it.
Right.
And I'm speaking up for your female.
Oh yeah, he's right. You're right.
Yeah.
You
Shannon, if you don't slap the out of
yeah,
me.
you ain't.
You feel me?
When you're right,
bro.
when you're right, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you don't shut the up while I'm talking to this.
By late 2025, Blueface had finished a brief bid and was back on the block with a massive chip on his shoulder. After Blueface's release from a brief prison stint, he addresses perceived disloyalty from peers, including NLE Choppa. He was done being cordial. He was done acting like everything was all good. The cats who turned their backs on him when he was down were about to hear exactly how he felt about the whole situation. In a December 2025 interview on Club Shay Shay, Blueface calls NLE Choppa a clown for commenting on his personal life after initially benefiting from their association. He went all the way in without holding back. He talked about how Choppa switched up on him. He talked about how Choppa went from being grateful to being mad, disrespectful, and he made it crystal clear that he was ready to handle things with the hands if Choppa wanted to take it there.
But that's how NLE is. NLE is kind of like a clown to this. You feel me?
Okay.
Whatever they say, do. Be gay. Be Muslim. Be a vegetarian, vegan. He gonna do it.
Okay.
He's going through a lot of phases. That's all. So he growing up. But when he looks back, he's gonna realize, you know, a lot of these phases were.
Yeah, he had a real one.
Blueface was referring to NLE Choppa's public transformation over the years. Around 2021, Choppa underwent a public transformation, embracing spirituality, veganism, and holistic health. He started pushing herbal teas. He promoted meditation and third eye stuff. He talked about positive energy and higher consciousness. To Blueface, this was all cap. It was just another wave that Choppa was riding to stay relevant in the game. Today he was on some spiritual guru vibes. Tomorrow he would be on something else entirely. The only thing consistent about him was how inconsistent he stayed. He accuses NLE Choppa of gang hopping, switching affiliations from Crip to Blood, and being a fake blood. This was a serious accusation in hip-hop, where gang ties and set tripping is taken dead serious. Blueface was essentially calling Choppa a fraud, somebody who claimed that street life for clout but had no real loyalty to anything or anyone when push came to shove. The stage was set for a full-blown explosion. Two rappers who once cooked up together were now on a collision course heading straight for each other. Every interview, every social media post, every public appearance added more fuel to the fire. The fans could sense that something major was about to pop off. They just did not know how personal and grimy it would actually get. The smoke gets real personal. January 2026 brought the moment everybody had been waiting for. NLE Choppa decided to stop talking around the beef and address it directly on wax. NLE Choppa reignites the feud with a snippet from Shotta Flow 8, where he takes shots at Blueface. The track featured straight-up disrespect aimed at his former collaborator. The bars referenced turning Crips red, a direct shot at Blueface's gang ties. The message was loud and clear. Choppa was not backing down from this smoke at all. The snippet ran through social media within hours of dropping. Fans broke down every single bar. They debated who was winning the beef overall. They speculated about whether this would lead to an actual fade. The anticipation built heavy as everybody waited to peep how Blueface would respond to getting called out on a track from one of Choppa's biggest song franchises. Blueface reacts live on stream, caught off guard by the diss from his old friend. His initial reaction was surprisingly calm at first. He laughed it off. He called it cute. But underneath that dismissive front was real anger that would soon boil over completely. He could not believe that somebody he helped put on was now coming for his neck on a record that millions would hear.
Y'all talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen this duck ass? This bitch got every brand in the world on him. Cause you wake up every day, you want to learn how to be the best gangbanger. You pitiful, sir. You feel me? Mr. Butt Down Tatiana? Man, that's the only shit I can think of.
Blueface came back with all the smoke he had. He clowned Choppa's identity. He called him out for flipping gangs. He questioned whether Choppa had ever really put in any work in the trenches to earn the respect he claimed to deserve. The attacks were personal and direct as they could get. There was no more pretending to be above the drama or taking the high road.
Man, you look, dog. You wake up every day, can't. You don't even prioritize nothing bigger than some that ain't gave you nothing positive in life. Man, but you want to be respected. You wake up every day trying to be something you truly not. You the one really having an identity, bro. When I wake up, I thank God, bro.
He issues a 24-hour ultimatum to squabble up, fight, or shut the fuck up, refusing lip boxing verbal arguments. Blueface was tired of the back and forth on the internet. He wanted to settle this the old school way, man to man, hands on sight, no more hiding behind Instagram posts and song lyrics like a keyboard warrior. It was time to see who was really about that action for real. Blueface brings out NLE Choppa's child's mother, Marissa, during the stream to laugh at the diss, escalating the personal angle. This move had viewers shook. Bringing somebody's baby mama into the beef crossed a line that many felt should never get crossed under any circumstances. But Blueface did not care about boundaries at this point in the war. He wanted to hurt Choppa in any way possible. If that meant using the mother of his child to clown him publicly, then so be it. The response from NLE Choppa came on February 2nd and 3rd. Instead of accepting the fade, challenge. He took things in a completely different direction that nobody expected.
I'm gonna decline your offer with a way better proposition for you. You feel me? Because we know you owe $23 million to that club, for one. You owe another $100,000 to Soulja Boy, baby mama. So your goal is to give me the fight you to help pay off your debt. Okay, cool. I understand that, right?
NLE Choppa declines the fight, calling Blueface a clout chaser in debt, $23 million to a club, $100,000 to Soulja Boy's baby mama, and suggesting the challenge is a money grab. According to Choppa, this whole thing was about the bag. Blueface was down bad financially and desperate for a come-up. He needed a big fight to pay off his debts, and Choppa was not about to be his meal ticket out of the hole he dug for himself. But then Choppa went somewhere nobody expected him to go. He crosses a line by targeting Blueface's son, Christian Jr., amid unverified rumors of developmental issues, calling him Lil Cripple and proposing a slap box between their kids. The internet went absolutely crazy. Bringing up somebody's toddler in a rap beef was seen as one of the lowest and most foul moves possible. Choppa was suggesting that their shorties should fade each other. He was mocking a 2-year-old's alleged health issues. This was no longer about music or street credibility anymore. This was personal warfare at the lowest level. The article reports that NLE Choppa has rejected Blueface's recent challenge to a physical fight, which stems from their verbal exchanges earlier in the week. Instead, Choppa redirects the confrontation by proposing a competition between their toddler sons. TMZ quoted Choppa directly from his Instagram video, saying he wanted to see whose son operates better. The implication was cruel and calculated to hurt. He was using innocent kids as weapons in grown man beef. This draws widespread backlash, with fans accusing NLE Choppa of dodging the fight and being soft. The narrative flipped against Choppa real quick. Even people who had been riding with him began to question his tactics heavy. How could somebody who promoted spirituality and positive energy stoop this low? How could somebody who claimed to be evolved make jokes about a child's potential disabilities? On X, many users condemn Choppa. Targeting a baby? That's weak AF. Blueface might be crazy, but don't bring kids in. The sentiment across social media was overwhelming negative. Even Choppa's day ones could not defend this move. Some speculated that he was desperate, that his career had slowed down and he needed controversy to stay popping. Others believed he was genuinely shook of catching that fade from Blueface and used the child comments as a distraction from the real issue. Blueface's denials highlight the risks of unverified rumors amplifying harm. Christian Rock has defended her son publicly, calling such claims fake news. The mother of Christian Jr. was heated beyond measure. She had already dealt with enough public scrutiny about her child from random internet trolls. Now she had to watch another rapper use her son as ammunition in a petty beef. The situation was spiraling out of control, with real families caught in the crossfire of foolishness. Fan polls on Instagram and TikTok favor Blueface in a hypothetical fight, 60-70%, citing his height and experience, while others back Choppa's youth and agility. The public debate about who would catch the W in an actual boxing match continued, even as the beef took darker turns. Blueface's height is 6'4", with boxing experience which gave him a physical advantage that many fans recognized and respected.
I'm not the toughest guy in the world, you know, but I'm a different I'm a different breed, man. If I touch the canvas, somebody else gonna touch the canvas too. I'm gonna get my ass up, put my hands up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure it's even. I promise you. Just because I got that dog in me, you feel me? Right. So some people get hit hard enough to where they don't want to get up.
Right.
You hit me hard enough and I can't get up.
Blueface had spoken before about his mentality when it comes to the ring. He was not claiming to be unbeatable or invincible, but he was saying that he had that dog in him when it comes to fighting. Even if he got dropped, he would get back up and keep swinging. This was the attitude that made fans believe he would have the edge in any physical confrontation with Choppa. Blueface's homophobic taunts have drawn backlash for being weird and outdated. While Choppa faced heat for the child comments, Blueface was not innocent in the court of public opinion either. His attacks included references to baby oil and other suspect suggestions that many found distasteful and lame. Both rappers were showing their worst sides as the beef got more and more intense. NLE Choppa continues mocking Blueface's appearance and identity. Y'all talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Have y'all seen this man's face? This man got every brand in the world on his face. Choppa kept going in on the tattoo issue. He pointed to all the brand logos Blueface had inked on his face as evidence that he was the one without a real identity. It was crazy, he argued, for somebody covered in corporate logos to accuse anyone else of being confused about who they really are. Media outlets like All Hip Hop and XXL frame it as a weird feud blending rap disses with personal exposures. The coverage had shifted from entertainment to genuine concern. This was not healthy competition between artists trying to prove who was nicer on the mic. This was two grown men tearing each other apart and dragging innocent children into the mess. The hip-hop community began to question whether anyone could really win a beef that had gotten this toxic. Where the smoke goes from here. As of February 4th, 2026, the situation remains tense with no resolution anywhere in sight. The feud remains verbal, with no confirmed physical altercation. Despite all the talk about fading, about squaring up, about settling things like real ones, neither rapper has actually stepped into the ring or caught the other lacking in the streets. The new fight footage that has been running through the internet tells an interesting story about how beefs work in the modern era of social media. Extensive searches across web sources, X-posts, and video analyses reveal that while multiple outlets title content as "new footage of Blueface jumping NLE Choppa goes viral" or similar, no verifiable video of an actual physical fight has surfaced. The supposed footage that everybody has been hyping up does not appear to exist in the way people think. Videos with millions of views claim to show a physical confrontation, but when you actually tap in and watch them, they contain reaction clips and edited compilations rather than any real fade going down. The content in these discussions focuses on verbal live streams and diss clips, not embedded physical fight videos. What is actually going viral is the war of words. The live streams where Blueface reacts to Choppa's dices, the Instagram videos where Choppa explains why he will not run the fade, the commentary from fans and media outlets breaking down every move. This is the fight footage that has captured the internet's attention for real. The viral footage seems to refer to Blueface's heated livestream reactions and NLE Choppa's Instagram responses, which have amassed millions of views on platforms like X, TikTok, and Instagram. In the age of social media, a verbal confrontation can feel just as intense as a physical one. The clips spread rapidly through the timeline. People share them, comment on them, and create their own reaction content. The algorithms push the drama to more and more feeds. Before you know it, millions of people feel like they witnessed something major, even though no punches were actually thrown. Older rumors from 2024, e.g., Blueface allegedly jumping NLE after a boxing pullout leading to arrest claims, appear recycled, but those were debunked or unrelated. Some of the confusion comes from old stories, getting mixed up with current events. People remember headlines from previous years and assume they are connected to what is popping off now. The result is a messy narrative where fact and cap blend together into one confusing story. If real footage exists, it's not publicly verifiable as of now, and sources treat it as speculation. The honest truth is that nobody outside of these rappers' inner circles knows for certain whether any physical confrontation has actually gone down. Everything being discussed publicly is based on social media posts and interviews. The dramatic titles about fight footage generate clicks, but do not deliver the actual brawl people expect to see when they tap in. This beef exemplifies how rap rivalries evolve from music to personal vendettas in the social media era, with no clear winner yet. What started as a disagreement between collaborators has become a full-scale war involving family members, children, and deeply personal attacks. Neither rapper seems willing to back down from the smoke, neither seems willing to actually fight either. They are trapped in a cycle of escalation that feeds engagement but resolves nothing at the end of the day. Blueface has promised a response track, but nothing has dropped yet. The anticipation for new heat from this beef continues to build. Fans want to hear what Blueface has to say when he gets on the beat. They want bars that match the intensity of the Instagram rants. Whether he delivers remains to be seen. A boxing match could resolve it profitably, as suggested by fans and Blueface. The celebrity boxing industry has blown up crazy in recent years. Rappers fading each other in sanctioned matches has become a legitimate entertainment product that fans actually pay to watch. If NLE Choppa and Blueface could put their differences aside long enough to sign a contract, they could both secure major bags while giving fans the confrontation they have been fiending for. The question is whether pride and anger will prevent a smart business decision from happening. Otherwise, it risks fading into meme territory, like much of Blueface's drama. Internet attention spans are mad short these days. If this beef does not progress to something more substantial, people will move on to the next controversy quick. Both rappers' worst comments will become meme material rather than meaningful moments in hip-hop history. The children who were dragged into this will still have to live with what was said about them long after the public forgets why it was even said. NLE Choppa's career has been called fallen off by critics, while Blueface uses feuds for relevance. The cynical view is that both rappers benefit from this conflict even as it damages their reputations heavy. Controversy keeps their names in headlines. Drama generates streams. In an industry where attention is currency, even negative attention has value that can be cashed in. Whether either of them will admit to this calculated approach is another question entirely. This beef mirrors Kendrick Lamar versus Drake 2024, where disses escalated to personal attacks but stayed verbal. Hip-hop has always had beefs going back to the beginning. Some have ended tragically with real lives lost. Others have fizzled out into nothing. The Choppa Blueface situation currently falls somewhere in between those extremes, intense enough to capture attention, but not yet dangerous enough to cause real-world harm beyond hurt feelings and bruised egos. Like Tupac versus Biggie, gang affiliations, Crip versus Blood claims add layers, though less deadly. The gang element adds tension that pure rap beef would not carry. When somebody accuses another person of being fake or of set tripping, it touches on codes that exist outside of music entirely. People have lost their lives over these kinds of accusations throughout history. While nobody expects this particular beef to reach that level, the stakes are higher than a simple disagreement about who makes better music or who got more hits. It echoes Blueface's own history with Soulja Boy, involving fight challenges and child mentions, showing a pattern of escalation for relevance. This is not the first time Blueface has been involved in a public feud that included references to children and money owed. His playbook seems consistent every time. Challenge somebody to a fade, mock their family, keep the drama going as long as it generates attention and keeps his name buzzing. Whether this pattern serves him well in the long run is up for debate.
Bro, what you mean?
But see, you had better times out. There were better times.
Nah, you don't forget shit like that. You don't get to do that. You don't get to 2 years later, you got a cool song or whatever the case may be, and you just think like, oh.
You thought y'all was really down, huh?
Not even just down, at least down enough for you not to go against me.
Oh, okay.
Socially.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
You can mind your business.
Oh, okay.
But if
you feel they spoke out of pocket.
Yeah, if you see my girl or you see something online, you don't
comment.
Yeah, you don't step out your body.
At the heart of this entire conflict is a simple disagreement about loyalty and keeping it solid. Blueface believes he was there for Choppa when it mattered and expected the same energy in return. Choppa apparently felt that the relationship was more transactional than brotherly and did not owe him anything. Neither will admit fault, neither will apologize. And so the beef continues with no end in sight as both sides dig in deeper. In conclusion, the NLE Choppa Blueface saga underscores hip-hop's blend of art and spectacle, where fight footage often means digital warfare. The viral moments are real, even if the physical fade is not. The emotions are genuine, even if the delivery is calculated for maximum engagement and clicks. This is what rap beef looks like in 2026. Loud, messy, personal, and always available on your phone for the next episode to unfold. Without physical evidence, it's a testament to social media's power in shaping narratives. Millions of people believe they have seen something that may not even exist in reality. The story has been told and retold so many times that the facts almost do not matter anymore. What matters is the engagement, the clicks, the views, the comments going crazy. That is the currency both rappers are trading in, whether they win or lose the actual beef at the end of the day. The question now is straightforward. Will they ever settle this in the ring for real? Or will they keep going back and forth on socials until the next controversy takes over the timeline? Only time will tell how this plays out, but one thing is certain. The internet will be watching every single move and waiting to see who blinks first. Well, that's it for this video, but don't go anywhere because we've got plenty more heat for you. Just tap any of the cards on your screen right now and keep it locked.